Okay. Hey, what the fuck? Yo. Yo, it's so crazy seeing you here again. What the heck is going on? Hey, it's honestly it's so unexpected having you here again. I'm so glad to have you back, okay? What's up? You know I had to do it to him. You know I had to pull up in the mustard, okay? And I'm not talking Grey Poupon either. Straight French's mustard, brother. The best mustard. American mustard. Not that dirty, nasty French shit. I'm talking real fucking mustard. French's. Okay, you know I had to pull up in the French's mustard. You know I had to do it to him. It's episode 17 of Loose Ends with Robert Hernandez. Hello, welcome back to the show. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing well. And I know I always say that, but that's kind of the most important thing in all this shit. I hope you're doing okay. And if not, once we get past, are you doing okay? You go, yeah. I go, are you doing well? And then that's the question that most of us are going to get stumped up on. So, welcome. Hope you're having a good week so far. I know I'm checking in a little bit more frequently than usual, but what did I say? You didn't want to let Bobby get on track. Oh no, dude, you didn't want to let me get on track because look where I'm at, bitch. We're back in this motherfucker. And guess what, dude? We're making real progress over here. Drop a comment down below if you think this shit sounds better, because I think after 16 episodes, it finally occurred to me that maybe I wasn't using the right whatever audio terms that I think it was like bit length and depth, whatever, you know? But I changed a couple things and I feel like it sounds way better. So let me know in the comments or comment on a video or something. Let me know if it sounds better because I think it does. And if it doesn't, let me know too because I'm still trying to figure out how to do this shit with the limited equipment I have. So yeah, dude. But thank you for tuning in to Loose Ends. Episode number 17. I'm very glad to be here. I don't know. I just wanted to come on a little midweek episode and say what's up. Share some shit that's gone on so far this week. I've had a very inspiring week, you know? Inspired. I had a very inspired week. And the main reason for that being, hold on. Am I still recording? Hold on. Yes, but the Apple Watch is not picking it up. Oh, we are. Okay, cool. I just don't want to have to get up and check on it, but you know, it's a solo thing. And sometimes, hey, you know what they say, right? If you want something done correctly, you got to do it yourself. So that's what I'm doing, right? All right. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to episode 17. I've had a very inspired week so far. You know, living in the big city, in beautiful, sunny, smelly, stinky, expensive-y Los Angeles, you know, you're going to run into some people. You're going to fucking, you know, hey man, if you step outside, you might run into somebody. And I'm not the kind of guy to where like, I'm going to be out in public and see somebody like notable or whatever and be like, yo, what's up, dude? Let me get a fucking photo. Let me get a photo so I can show everybody that I fucking know. No, that's not the move. The move is you fucking just be who you are. You just continue to be who you are and let them be who they are, right? And there's a mutual respect that both of you will gain for each other. They don't know who you are. You have to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind while I'm telling you about this. They're not going to know who you are. Nobody will ever know who you are. And that's just a sad reality for most people, including me. Nobody will ever know who I am. Okay. And hopefully the same thing is for you, unless you want it to be otherwise. But what I'm saying is when you run into a fucking famous person, and famous is loose verbiage. Like what is famous? You know, famous is like Twitch streamers. Famous is OnlyFans girls. Famous is people like me that just talk into a microphone. Famous can be anything. It just depends on what part of the zeitgeist you're tapped into. Like, you know. But anyways, I'm talking about people that like regular citizens would know that I've ran into. I was just trying to think about this before I recorded. And I wrote down a little list. I have a couple. I mean, when I feel like it's different when you go to a place to meet someone famous and then it happens. Like I've had a lot of those experiences. I went to when the All-Star game was in Los Angeles for the NBA. I went to like the All-Star convention thing or whatever, and that was cool. Like Pau Gasol was there, and I got to give Pau Gasol a high five, and like Kobe was there, but he was kind of far away. But it's all good. Like I was in the same room though, you know. So that's still pretty cool. But I'm not gonna count that. Like that doesn't count because I went to a place to meet people. Like, you know, I met Clayton Kershaw when he signed this ball. One of my most valued possessions, my signed Clayton Kershaw official game ball, official Major League game baseball too. We took the time to go and actually buy the little ball in the stupid case that I guess they actually use in the MLB. And I have a photo of me standing in front of Clayton Kershaw, busting in my little 13-year-old pants because I waited outside of a Living Spaces in Artesia, California, or I don't know where that Living Spaces is, but it's off the 5 freeway and some fucking street that's escaping me right now. But I waited out there with my mom and my uncle overnight when Clayton Kershaw was a very new Dodgers player, and we were like some of the first people in line. I got to meet Clayton Kershaw. Once again, that doesn't count though, okay? I'm not going to count that. I'm talking about like actors, musicians, other famous notable people that I've run into. First one that comes to mind. Jaden Smith. I ran into Jaden Smith one time, and I hate this sentence that's about to come out of my mouth. I hope this sentence never comes out anywhere else. I hope that nobody ever brings this up ever. But one time, this is gonna make me sound so cringe. Okay, one time I went shopping on Fairfax. Boo! Boo! You fucking suck! You actually really fucking suck! Boo! Okay, I get it. I went shopping on Fairfax one time with a friend I no longer have, and that's a story for another time. But what I'm saying is I went shopping on Fairfax. I went into a store for a brand that used to exist. I don't know if it still exists. It was called Black Scale. Shouts out Black Scale. If you're any big Black Scale people out there, let me know in the comments if you're a fan of Black Scale. But anyways, I was inside of Black Scale, you know, just looking at shit I didn't have money for. And Jaden Smith was in there buying clothes. And then like it occurred to me, because this is like one of the fun facts about me, is like I share a birthday day, month, and year with Jaden Smith, right? So like I always like, that's always been in my head. But so then when I ran into him, like I had this moment, and I was still a young guy. I was pretty young. I was like probably 15 or 16. And I had this moment where I went, okay, Rob, this is a very pivotal moment in your life right now. You have to decide whether or not you're going to be one of those people that runs into a famous person in public and then like bothers them, or if you're just going to be like a normal person that just like lets them exist. And I was conscious in this moment. I remember I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to leave him be. I'm going to let him just do his thing. And I just kept looking at shit, looking at clothes, looking at pants that, you know, they don't make in my size. All that fun stuff that happens when you go to Fairfax and you're a fat, chubby kid in high school. Yeah, I just let him walk out, and he hopped into the back of a Escalade, and he was just whisked off to, you know, a Diddy party or something. I don't know where he went, but he had to go somewhere. He didn't buy anything either. He just kind of walked in, showed face. People were like, oh shit, that's Jaden Smith. And then he was like, deuces, dipped out and went to do whatever Jaden Smith does. But yeah, that's one of them. One time I was at Lemonade off of Beverly, and that food is disgusting. Don't ever go to Lemonade. Lemonade, if you're listening, anybody that's ever been to or works for Lemonade, I think it's called Lemonade Cafe or some bullshit. Hey guys, if you like that food, you have no taste, honestly, whatsoever, and I can never trust anybody like you. I cannot trust somebody that sits down and goes and eats a fucking pasta salad, the most disgusting, like, spiral pasta salad, like the tricolor pasta salad, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, this shit tastes terrible. I've tried Lemonade on multiple occasions. It's all fucking terrible. Everything is bad. And if you eat there, you're bad. But anyways, I ran into Topher Grace. I ran into Topher Grace, and if you don't know who Topher Grace is, he's the guy from That 70s Show. The main guy, Eric. I ran into him, and he was, same thing. Not gonna bother you. I'm not trying to bother you. Just order your shitty food at Lemonade, and let's move on with our lives. Like, we don't have to. I don't need proof that I met you or saw you. What else? One time I was driving down Adams Boulevard, right just south of the 10. Cause bitch, I'm from the land. Don't say you hit LA, but you don't travel past the 10. You know what I'm saying though? You don't. And that's the thing. It's like one time I was on Adams Boulevard and I ran into Casey Veggies, an old a rapper. I don't want to say old rapper. I don't know if he still raps, but he was a rapper and I ran into him and that was pretty cool. He was in a sick ass M5 and I was like, wow, look at this guy. Fucking rapper money. Just doing what rappers do, buying cool cars, wearing clothes they're too old to be wearing. Just what rappers do. That was pretty cool. And then most recently, the one that stuck out to me was me and Kirsten were driving to Costco on a weekend, and I see the oldest car I've ever seen in my life. I see like a car that you think like it looked so old it looked like the engine was somehow built out of wood. Like it was that old of a car. It was so fucking old. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this, right? And this car's waiting at a light to turn left, and I'm coming this way. So they're waiting to go this way. And you know how old cars, like, they didn't have windows because they didn't have roofs, so they didn't have anything. Like, it wasn't even a windshield. It was like a wind fucking, a little disc of glass to block wind. Like, I don't even know. It looked like something that, like, you would use to aim more than it was like something that would protect you from anything, because cars didn't go that fast back then. And I look and I just see the widest hair I've ever seen. I was like, whoa, okay, hold on. And that's like me like crossing the opposite crosswalk of him. And then right when I get to like where we're right next to each other, I yell, I go, Kirsten, that's Jay Leno. And I was like, oh my God, dude. Like, okay, I know everybody sees Jay Leno because he drives one of his like 400 cars all around town all the time. But I've never seen Jay Leno, so it was really cool. And I don't even fuck with Jay Leno like that. Like, to me, Jay Leno's lips kind of look like what your butthole looks like right before you fart. Like, it's just like holding something in. But that's how he talks. Like, okay, whatever, man, but dude, it's still cool. Like, I saw Jay Leno. That's cool. Right. But I gotta say, this is actually the most recent and most important celebrity run-in that I've had. This one happened earlier this week. Okay, dude. I was at Ralph's buying water because when you live in Los Angeles, you shouldn't drink the water coming out the sink. And honestly, if you live anywhere, you shouldn't be drinking water coming out of the sink. But, I'm not here to judge. And you are here to listen, so shut up for a second. But I'm sorry, that was bad. No, it was good. What I'm saying is I was at Ralph's, dude, okay? And I did smoke a little bit of that fucking ganja again. I smoked a little bit of that fucking sticky, dude. Okay, and if you can't tell, then you don't know who I am. And if you don't know who I am, go watch the fucking first 16 episodes of this show, and it'll give you a very fucking clear idea of who the fuck I am, dude. Okay? But anyways, I'm at Ralph's getting water, because I have to buy water, because I don't trust the water that comes out of the fucking sink. And my water, I put my water thing in, I put my big-ass 5-gallon bottle in there, in the machine. In the machine that I always go, couldn't a homeless guy just come at 3 a.m. and pee all over this and I wouldn't even know? But I still continue to get water there because it's the closest thing to my house. All good. And a guy walks up. And, just a normal dude. He has his bottles. I'm like, all right, this guy's just here to get water. You know me, though, dude. I'm a conversation catalyst, if you will. I'm a catalyst for conversation. So I see homeboys wearing a Cowboys hat. It's a couple days after the Super Bowl. I go, Hey, man, I'm a Cowboys fan, too. How do you feel about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl? And he goes, it hurts. It hurts, man, but anything for the Chiefs not to win. And we bonded in that moment, right? We bonded in that moment. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I think I made like a stupid joke about Travis Kelce's hair, and I just said something about Taylor Swift, the whole, yeah, whatever. And we have this great interaction, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy's just a normal dude, right? I'm just kicking it with some normal guy right now. Why would anybody notable be fucking buying water at a glacier? I think that's what they're called, at a glacier machine, paying $2.50, 60 cents if you count the credit card processing fee, because who the fuck carries cash, right? Who the fuck? No, dude, you'd be wrong. It wasn't just a normal guy. As I'm getting into my car to leave, and we just had this great conversation, this great interaction, this dude, my car's right there by the machine, and I put the bottle in the backseat of my car, and I walk around to get in the door. And I grab the door, and he goes, "Hey, man." He goes, "Did you ever watch Barney when you were younger?" Okay, in this moment, my brain goes, what the fuck is this guy about to ask me next or tell me next, right? And I go, yeah, dude, of course. Like, who didn't watch Barney? Like, my age, I was like, that was my time. Barney was the shit. And he goes, that was me. That was me in the purple suit for the first 10 years. And he said it like that, too. Like, he said it like so fucking like he said it like it's his mantra. Like, he wakes up and he says that to himself in the mirror type shit. Like, he said it like, that was me in the purple suit. Took a pause. For the first decade. And my mind immediately, I was like, what? And he goes, you don't believe me? Watch this. Motherfucker turns around. He's wearing an embroidered denim jacket that says Barney and Friends. I'm like, hold the fucking phone. Hold on. It gets better, though. Dude goes, you don't believe me again? Or he didn't say it like that. He said, you don't believe me? Like, joking, obviously, pushing the boundary of the conversation even further. He goes, you don't believe me? Google Barney black man. And I go, whoa, what is like, I obviously didn't do this outwardly, but in my head, I was like, okay, when I Google this, what the fuck am I going to find? What is going to be on the other side of that door? Do I want to know what's on the other side of the Google search? Barney black man. And I would have understood if it was black man Barney. Okay. But Barney Blackman, the simple order of the words that he used them, I was like, fuck, well, I signed up to live today, baby. I got to take a risk somehow. So I fucking Google Barney Blackman. Sure enough, dude, his name's David Joyner. He's the coolest guy of all time. He's the coolest fucking guy of all time. You want to know how down he is for Barney? He's so down for Barney, he has a Barney license plate frame. When I was pulling away, I saw his license plate frame. It was Barney and Friends. Do you know what I'm saying? I was so caught off guard by this guy. I was starstruck by this guy. I was completely captured by this dude. So I went on Instagram, just got to do a little digging. Sure enough, I find Mr. David Joyner. David Joyner was Barney. He was the man inside the suit. And I need to make a distinction here. He was the man inside of the suit, but he was not Barney, the voice actor. There was a different guy that was voice acting as Barney, and David Joyner was just the black guy that they put in the suit. Which now, looking back on it, makes sense why he said, Google Barney black man. We're connecting dots. But anyways, I find his fucking Instagram, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. David Joyner looks like a cool guy. Obviously, you're an actor person. You're going to use a headshot, go off. Dude, it's loud. The first fucking video on his Instagram is pinned. He's at Saddle Ranch on Sunset. He's at Saddle Ranch. And look, he's showing a drunk woman his Barney and Friends embroidered jacket. And I'm not going to go through the mess of trying to download this clip, but at the end of this TikTok, this woman says, look at here, y'all. Barney was a black man. That shit, when I fucking saw this, absolutely sent me into the stratosphere, dude. So now I'm just obsessed with David Joyner. I followed him on Instagram, as you can see. We already have something in common. Cowboys fan, right? I mean, who doesn't love a black guy that does swords? Come on, dude. A Wu-Tang black guy? This is fucking awesome. A fucking Bruce Lee black guy? This is sick. I fucking love this, right? I'm in. Reposting Martin Luther King, love. Reposting Harris, love. Shitting on Donald Trump. Shitting on Donald Trump, kind of expected. No, but David Joyner's the man, so I did a little bit more research. David Joyner, the actor, the man behind the Barney suit, the man behind the veil. I do a little bit of research. Turns out in what year was this? I don't remember what year it was exactly, but basically, it looks like at some point while he was Barney. The Klan, the Ku Klux Klan, brother. The Ku Klux Klan. Also, get a better name if you're going to be fucking crazy like that. Anyways, these dudes, they came out and said that basically they were not going to let their little white children watch Barney because they knew that the man behind the costume was a black man, which is fucked up. And also stupid as hell. But David Joyner, he's just laughing it off, bro. And you want to hear the kind of guy that David Joyner is? Let me tell you the kind of guy. So after the Klan comes out and says, "Hey, we don't want our kids watching Barney because he's a black guy." David Joyner was called by a reporter from his hometown how do you say, news reporter, news agency or whatever, called the Decatur Herald and Review. They called Mr. David Joyner, and this is what he had to say. He said, "Well, actually, when I read it, I laughed." See? A beautiful man. And he continues. He said, "Well, it's the Klan, and I can't change their opinion. Plus, what we're trying to do is represent love. If someone's trying to represent hate, the last thing they want is to love. And if my skin color then changes that opinion for somebody, I can't do anything about it because it is what it is." Dude, responding to hate with love? Who the fuck is David Joyner? Like, what are we really talking about, dude? David Joyner is a man. He is the man. This is David Joyner. Like, not really. Well, yeah, really. This right here, this is David Joyner. But then also, this is David Joyner as well, you know? And that's probably the most notable. I mean, I was touched by him personally because going back to the whole Jaden Smith thing, I made a conscious decision at the age of 16 that I was never going to be a person that walks into a place where there's fucking somebody that already is annoyed that they became whoever they are and they can't be a normal person anymore. The last thing I was going to do was fucking interrupt somebody, right? But how does it turn out that I'm at Ralph's getting water, buying water, and I meet none other than Barney himself, Mr. David Joyner 22? Are you kidding me? I've been so good about not bothering these people, and then now they're just starting to seek me out. So I don't know what this says. What does this say? Is the universe playing some sort of trick on me? Are they saying that I've been looking at this the wrong way the whole time? Maybe I don't need to back away. Maybe I just need to be who I am, and they be who they are. And maybe there's a chance for connection. And I think that's beautiful, dude. I think that's fucking beautiful, bro. And if you don't, fuck you. But anyways, these are pictures I pulled up earlier of the people that I've ran into, notable people in Los Angeles. Mr. Topher Grace. I ran into Mr. Topher Grace one time at Lemonade Cafe, I believe it's called. Let me look. Lemonade. One time, okay, someone downstairs just made a loud noise. And I just want to say that when I moved in, my downstairs neighbor one time, she told me that that if it ever gets loud, that I need to let her know. Because sometimes she has people come over that pay her to beat them up. So if you ever hear a loud boom coming from this while I'm recording, it might just be my downstairs neighbor beating the shit out of a middle-aged white man for $400 or whatever, you know? But no, this is lemonade. Lemonade. Also, I know your restaurant's terrible when your URL is the name of your restaurant, la.com. Hey, be better, you know? But Lemonade Cafe, I mean, they make truly horrific food. They make food for dogs, basically. That they make food. I mean, look at this. What is this? This looks appetizing, but then you walk in there and you get a smell. There's a smell of just bad produce and nastiness every time I walk into a Lemonade. You know, but I ran into Topher Grace here. And that's where I'm connecting this to. Is I went to Lemonade, right? And I ran into Topher Grace. This guy. Okay? Pretty cool. I ran into Jaden Smith at Black Scale. Let's see if Black Scale even still exists. I don't even think they still exist. Holy shit, they still exist. Wow, look at this. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, they still make clothes that look exactly the same somehow. Been 10 years. You make clothes that look exactly the same somehow. All good. You know, I ran into Jaden Smith there. That guy, the bleached eyebrows, and the same birthday, month, day, and year as me. I ran into him at Black Scale. Fucking Casey Veggies, bad photo, whatever. And this is what I was saying when I said that Jay Leno's mouth looks like the motion that your butthole makes right before you fart. Like his lips are just so like his lips are so like effortlessly puckered that it just looks like the natural resting like tightness of your butthole, you know? And this is a I'm pretty sure this is a pre catching on fire accident photo for Mr. Jay Leno here. I don't know if you guys knew, but Jay Leno did catch on fire from working on one of his cars that looks like it was from the Great Depression. So, you know. Hey, man, sometimes it's dangerous to have hobbies. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck I'm saying? Yeah, dude. David Joyner. I really want to get David Joyner as the first guest on the Loose Ends podcast, or maybe a different maybe I'll have a second podcast soon. Maybe I'll have a second podcast that actually has guests soon. You never know. Be on the lookout, Bolo. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like I said, dude, at the beginning of this shit, you didn't want Robbie to catch a steam, bro, and I'm catching steam now. And the numbers aren't moving like that yet. You know, the numbers aren't really moving like that, but that's okay. Because what's moving right now is my spirit, bro. My spirit's moving. And I feel it. So I'm very energized right now. I've been doing mics more recently. I went to a roast battle last week. That was really fun. I went to a mic yesterday at the Comedy Store. I've never been to potluck at the Comedy Store, so that was really fun. Potluck at the Comedy Store is really cool, obviously. But also, it's also not, like, it's cool, but it's also, like, not at the same time, like, because just being in West Hollywood, like, trying to find a parking spot is, like, I'm not shitting you, I pulled up at 7:30, and I didn't park my car until 8:04, right? Like, what are we doing? And I'm not going to pay for one of those lots that's $20 to park. Like, if I'm only going to be there for a couple of hours, if I'm going to be there for 3 or 4 hours, sure, take my $20. But dude, I'm going to be here for 2 hours and you want me to pay $20? That's insane. So I thugged it out. I waited and I didn't just wait. I parked pretty far, dude. I parked past Pink Dot on Sunset. I parked like by the Edition Hotel and I walked my fucking happy ass all the way back up Sunset, cross La Cienega at the top where it's like super steep and there's no crosswalk on that side because they knocked down those apartments. I fucking walked right there, risked my life. I get to the Comedy Store and I forget that like they do that shit where they put your phone in a bag, which is like, okay, you know, but also I'm at an open mic. So like, what are we doing here? I get it. But like, also what are we doing here? You know, like, is it really that serious? Am I really going to try to record someone's like quick little 5-minute set? No. I'm just here for good vibes, dude. But anyways, going to WeHo is fucking terrible, and I do like hanging out there sometimes, but that's like when you have a reason to park somewhere that you don't have to pay. Like if you go to a restaurant or there's a place that has valet or whatever, like, okay, cool. But dude, trying to just find a parking spot at 7:30 p.m. on a Monday night in WeHo is like hell. So all in all, Comedy Store potluck review, I would give it for vibes and fun comedy, I would say I would give it a 9 out of 10 just for the night that I went. It was pretty cool. I would say for other things not related to comedy, I would give it a 3 out of 10. Parking was terrible. 2-item minimum, I get it, but also do the beers have to be $11? Do the beers have to be $10 each? Do they really? Dude, give me a non-alcoholic beer. I'll drink that for cheaper, and I'll just try and pretend that I'm getting buzzed. Okay. But anyways, dude, I'm gonna I've been doing more mics, and that's exciting. So yeah, we're making progress on this shit, and this has been, I guess, episode number 17 of Loose Ends with Robert Hernandez. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of the support as of late. Please feel free to share with your friends. If you have any, I know not a lot of us have friends anymore, but if you happen to have friends, that please share it, because I'm doing my best right now. I'm giving my all right now. Can't you see it? Okay, I'm wearing my cool mustard shirt. So at least recognize that. Send it to a friend. Subscribe on Apple. Get the downloads going on your phone, dude. Even if you don't listen, bro, just get the download. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just follow me on Apple Podcasts, and then like even if you don't listen though, you can just count as a download, and that's kind of supportive too in a sense too. You know, like. But anyways, I'm gonna stop begging for you guys to like me. It's been fucking awesome. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Okay. God bless. Bye.